1331. Who is 1331?
1331, he has a tattoo on his arm, and then he has a tattoo on his chest that he's getting finished. But he asked me when I would myself get a tattoo, and I said, whenever I get the money. Things have, been kind of tight, money, recession, so forth. And him and I have gone through pretty much a bonding process since high school. I've been in and out of him and I have been in and out of music groups, and the one thing that's kind of stayed the same is our bond with each other. And he sent me this tattoo. It was an ambigram of the word brother. The ends of the ambigram itself was a 13 and a 31. And so, it just came out of the ends of that tattoo and my mad genius creativity that
I have no idea what.
Yeah.
He can explain that. I have no idea.
Yeah, so it just came out of the tattoo, and we just took it and ran with it because we were trying to think of another name that would sum us up without trying to be cliche or trying to be cheesy, and it just fit, and we stuck with it.
The meaning of 1331.
No, you got to tell him right now.
1331, this is where it gets a little off, so follow with me.
I'm not good with math, so that's all I have.
If you take 13 plus 31, you get 44. 44 really is just a random number. 44 divided by 2, there's 2 of us, as well as 2 is February, which is his birthday month. 44 divided by 2 is 22, which is the day of his birthday. And then you have the 2 3s in the middle. 3 is March, which is the month of my birthday. And the 3s added together equals 6, which is my birthday date. So it's really just a whole bunch of mathematics and insane running around, and that's where it comes from, and that's what it means. It's just it pretty much sums up to family, and it just him and I have stuck through everything and out of the worst possible situation. And
who are you?
My name's Archaic, Arkayik. Don't ask me how I got that spelling, it just happened. And basically it means, in the dictionary, it's described as ancient, basically saying I'm old. Well, I put it into terms where I'm ahead of my time. I'm more developed than a lot of people, my age or close to my age. So it's really that, young with the soul of an old man type feel. So,
my name is Solace, Solace, and the definition of the word solace in the dictionary means to bring comfort or guidance to the misfortunate or those in need. And I feel like with our music or with my music, if I'm doing a solo song, that's my sole intention, is to provide some form of comfort or joy or consolement to those who are in need of it.
Where have you been?
Shit, living life, man. I just had my daughter. She's 6 months. We've been just going through a whole bunch of stuff. We were still with Drastic Measures. We broke out of that. And then we got on with La Kennedy and his squad, Black Royalty Records. We were with them for about 8 months. Stuff didn't work out, unfortunately. It's all love, but now we're just, refining ourselves, finding ourselves again, just making music, doing what we have to do.
We floated for a while in between the Black Royalty and till now. We floated and just kind of, as he said, lived life. He had his daughter. I lost mine again, and we, put in work and going to school, and just kind of bouncing around, waiting for the right opportunity to come.
How is your new music different?
As far as the music that we have now, I would say that we've definitely grown a lot. We've matured. I mean, with him having a daughter and us just both growing and maturing, it comes from a standpoint of experience and not being so naive and not being so arrogant. I feel that a lot of our music in the past was arrogant. You know, we would talk about how good we were or how good that, you know, how great we felt that we were at it. You know, and at the same time, like, that's what everybody does and that's what everybody feels. So
Basically, we were making music to make music and to do what everybody else liked us to do instead of doing it for ourselves.
and that's the one thing that, you know, music now, like whenever we write a song or whenever we approach a song, it's music that we listen to compared to it's something that we're worried about somebody else listening to. Like, of course, we make it for others to listen to, but we're not concerned in the first place, you know, is everyone going to like it? It's, you know, we like it, we're going to write it, we're going to record it, and we're going to put
And
it out.
basically, fuck you if you don't like it.
What project are you working on?
The Missing Pieces.
As you said, the missing pieces, the meaning or the idea behind the missing pieces is, from our personal standpoint, we feel as if we are, quote unquote, the missing pieces to music, to hip hop, to this business or game. And with our music, every song from real stories to personal vendettas or personal ventilations, we feel that we provide what music nowadays is missing, that real, the rawness to it.
Who will you collaborate with?
For this album, the artist that we plan on reaching out to, we already have one on there. His name is Ryan Murph. He's an R&B singer underneath Tristan Pugh. He's
Shout out Ryan.
He's a really talented person. I thought I was going to call him a kid, but he's actually older than I am. But he can sing his ass off. As far as other collaborations, I really don't know how many others we're doing. We're still getting all the list in order of people that we feel.
Yeah, this album isn't even close to being, well, it's close to being done because we have all the writing for it, but as far as recording and collabs, we haven't stepped into that process yet.
It's kind of just play it by ear, and as we go along, we'll say, you know, well, so and so might sound good on this, or you know, we should ask so and so if they, you know. So it's just kind of a piece by piece.
Yeah, we never really do music with the intent of getting somebody on it. Like, if we hear them in our heads,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibe. So
Who or what gives you inspiration?
life, I mean, you know, you can't sit on your couch 24/7 and make a hit song. I mean, you just can't do it. You have to get out there, experience new things. You just have to live life, and that's where inspiration comes from. You know, some of our influences with the people that we listen to, influences also, you know, I mean, I still kind of follow Tech-9. I don't know, it's just been weird lately because I haven't been able to get into much of it. But, you know, just, I mean, Game, that was a big influence. Luck Kennedy, he influences me personally. I don't know, who influences you?
Life is always the #1 factor. I really don't know. I mean, a lot of the concepts that we've come up with for this CD have just been random acts of thought, pushing the creative boundaries and something that no one else has ever done or no one else has ever thought of. So just being as creative as possible is what really inspires me.
And artist named Ecstasy, shout out to him. He always told me, he told us actually, he's like, you know, hits come on purpose, or come on accident, sorry, not purpose. Hits come on accident. And it's actually true because, I mean, you know, a hit song is something you don't plan. A hit song is something that comes to you.
Thoughts on the current state of hip-hop?
The current state of hip-hop, I'm liking the new artists are, you know, Kendrick Lamar, Joey Badass. He's a good one. Yeah, I don't really listen to a lot of new music. But basically, there is some of that, you know, which there's always going to be some clubby twerk type stuff, and, you know, that's fine for the people that like it. Me, I'm more personally of a old school hip hop head. So the current state of hip hop is really different than what I used to or accustomed to, like listening to back in that era type thing. So
For me, the current state of hip hop is, I feel like, I mean, in some ways, I feel like it went through a recession. You know, it went through its own kind of dip into ignorance, and you know, I mean, there's a lane for everybody. Like Waka Flocka is an example that we always kind of poke fun at or say, you know, why is he even famous? But Luck Kennedy mentioned to us, you know, there's a lane for people like that, the people that just like to go crazy and shake their head. And but I think it's coming back. I think that it's making a return. Slaughterhouse, like we mentioned earlier, is making a big contribution. Eminem with his last CD, Recovery, was kind of an add onto that. And you know, there are more that are turning away from the
lyrics are coming back.
Yeah,
much.
A lot of lyricism is coming back, and that's positive, and it's growth, and it's awesome.
What separates you from other KC artists?
I would say one thing that makes us different from my point of view is the fact that we don't limit ourselves to our city. And of course, we love Kansas City. This is our home. This is where we, you know, born and grew up. But at the same time, you know, like when we were Drastic Measures or when we were, you know, younger and more confined, everything had to be about Kansas City, and limiting is depriving yourself of the chance to grow and to expand. And so that's one thing that as 1331 and as Archaic and as Solace, we've really tried to change and drop, you know, stop being a Kansas City artist and just be an artist, period. And that will give you so much more room to grow and for creative processes and for your music in general. So I would say that we just don't limit ourselves to being in one spot.
And our mind state also.
Yeah.
I feel like that has a lot to do with it.
So what's next?
Big stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, more CDs, more music dropping. Hopefully, you know, shout out to Cali Hart again, by the way. You know, getting into, you know, more music videos, independent films we want to cross over to. Because I don't know, he's always been a big movie buff. I've always been a big movie guy.
Mostly horror films, but
yeah,
comedies as well.
I'd always like used to just, I don't know, argue with myself in the mirror thinking I'm in a movie like when I was a kid. So I mean, you know, independent films is always, to me, they've had better stories. You know, even though it's not a big budget type movie, it's always been like creative to me. Well, some independent films suck, but most of the ones that I've seen, they've been pretty good. So some of that, hopefully some bigger shows, doing more music with some bigger artists, and just, you know, living life and making music and doing whatever comes our way.
Touring, actually getting the tour would be awesome.
Yes, tour, yes. That's been on my mind for a while. That would be, yeah, that would be awesome. I can't wait to do that.
Why will The Lights be your first video release?
The lights will be significant because in the video it'll be our, other than this video of course, but it will be the musical introduction to who we are, and the lights is a metaphor for fame, and so we just kind of talk about that in our verses, and it'll be, you know, just us becoming and taking our step out into the world, so to speak, and starting our journey as 1331.
Final thoughts.
This is 1331. We want to thank you for watching Who is 1331, kind of an introduction into us and who we are. Check us out on YouTube, official 1331 Music, SoundCloud, Facebook, all social media. We will be having more video updates and releases on when the Missing Pieces album will drop, and songs that will release and videos and of that sort. So thank you again.